Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Good morning. I hope that you all are fine and enjoying your online lessons. And I really hope that you are ready for Islamiat lesson as well. This is your Islamiat lesson, and today we are going to start a new topic. And as you can see on the screen, today's topic is Quranic surahs. And in this topic, we are going to discuss about the surah which is mentioned and written in the Holy Quran, and which is the specific one we are going to learn today is, it is also written on the screen as you can see, it is Surah Al-Fatiha, and it is mentioned on your textbook page number 7. So just take out your Islamia textbook from your bag and just put your pencil with you as well, so we can write down today's date and day on the specific page. Just open page number 7 of your Islamia textbook. But before starting the topic and before starting the surah, what we are going to do is we are going to see that what are today's learning objectives. So today's learning objectives are there. Today there are two learning objectives. Number one is students will learn the important facts about Surah Al-Fatiha. Okay, it means that you are going to learn that what are the important facts about Surah Al-Fatiha. And the other one is students will memorize the surah and its translation. Yes, today in this lesson you are going to memorize this surah Al-Fatiha, and you are going to learn its translation as well. Okay, before starting the surah, let's see that what are some important facts about this surah Al-Fatiha. So look at the screen. Important facts about Surah Al-Fatiha. The opening, as I have written in the bracket, the opening, we will see that why it is called the opening. Okay, but the name of the surah is Surah Al-Fatiha. So let's discuss the points. Surah Al-Fatiha was revealed in Makkah, and it consists of 7 ayahs and 25 words. So this information is very basic one, that Surah Al-Fatiha was revealed in Makkah, and it consists of 7 ayahs and 25 words. It means that in this whole surah there are 25 words and 7 verses. And you know that there are some surahs which are Makki and which are some are Madni. So this is called Makki Surah, as it was revealed on Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he was in Makkah. So that's why it is called Makki Surah. Okay, just keep it in the mind. Look at the next one. It is the most important surah in the Quran, and we recite it many times daily in our prayers. Yes, it is very true that you know that there are so many rakas in our prayers when we are going to offer the prayer, and in every rakah we are going to recite this surah. And this is the specific surah which Allah the Almighty said that you have to recite this in the rakah or in every prayer, so your prayer would be completed. You know that besides reading or without reciting this surah in our prayer would not be complete. So this is the importance of Surah Fatiha. Look at the next one. Surah Al-Fatiha is known as the opening. Now you must be thinking that if this surah is having a name Al-Fatiha, then why it is just named the opening as well, or why it is known as the opening? So there is a reason, because Holy Quran starts from this surah. Okay, so that's why it is called the opening of the Holy Quran. Surah Al-Fatiha is the very first surah of Holy Quran. That's why it is also called the opening, because while reciting this surah, we are going to just open the Holy Quran towards the other surahs. So that's why it is called the opening. Just keep this reason in your mind so you can guide anyone else and you can enhance the knowledge of anyone else. Okay? Look at the next one. This surah is also known as al Quran, mother of Quran, and Asasul Quran, foundation of Quran. So it means that besides Surah Fatiha and besides the opening, there are two more names for this surah. Now, can you see that how much important this is? That there are so many names, and they all the names are having the basic and specific reasons that why this surah is called with that specific name. So in this point, we just came to know that there are two more names of this surah. So these are al Quran. Basically it is an Arabic word which is used for our mother. Okay, so al Quran means mother of Quran. So this surah is mother of Quran. And Asasul Quran means it is foundation of Quran. So that's why these two names are more important. You know that how many names we have discussed? We have discussed four names. Number one is the very basic one which is written in Holy Quran. It is Surah Al-Fatiha. And the second one is that Surah Al-Fatiha, also known as the opening. There is also a reason that it is just the opening surah of the Holy Quran. That's why it is also named as the opening. And the third name is Al Quran. It means mother of Quran. And the fourth one is Asasul Quran. It means foundation of Quran. Look at the next point. Surah Al-Fatiha is the only surah which is recited in every rakat of prayer, and this is a compulsion for every Muslim. Yes, it is very important. This point is important as I told you that this surah is always recited in every rakat of prayer. It means that Allah the Almighty has also guided us that how we are going to offer the prayers. So in every rakah we are going to recite this specific surah, Surah Al-Fatiha, and it is very compulsory and important for every Muslim. You know that if we are not going to recite this surah in the while offering the prayer in any rakah, it means that our prayer would not be completed and would not be getting the good one. Fine. So it would not be complete. So that's why what we have to do is we have to recite this Surah Al-Fatiha in every rakat of prayer. So now just open page number 7 of your Islamiat textbook. So we can recite the surah and we can write down the date and day on that page. Okay, so just open page number 7 of your Islamiat textbook. Hurry up. I hope you are doing well. I hope you have taken it out. Have you opened page number 7 of Islamiat textbook? Very good. And I really hope that you are holding your pencils as well. Okay, so this is page number 7 of Islamiat textbook. Okay, so here it is written, as I told you, the topic is Quranic surahs. And the surah specifically which we are going to learn today is Surah Al-Fatiha. It is also called the opening, as I told you before. I hope that you have opened this page. Have you? Good job. Now, this is date and day. Today is Monday and date is 12th April, 2021. And in the middle of the line, you will write down classwork. Classwork C would be capital. Okay, have you done it? Again, I'm telling you, it is Monday. We are doing page number 7, okay, of your textbook. So there you are going to write the date and day at the top of page number 7. So it is Monday, 12th April, 2021. And in the middle of the date and day, we are going to write down classwork. And classwork C would be capital, Monday's M would be capital, and April's A would be capital. I hope you are doing well. Have you done it? You can also underline these 3 things, date, day, and classwork with your scale and with any color pencil or even with your pencil. Is it okay? Okay? So, let's see what is page number 7. So, this is the surah which we are going to learn today. So, look at the page, put your finger on. Okay, so we can start it and we can learn it. First of all, what we will do, we will recite it in Arabic, then we will move towards the translation of it. Okay, is that okay with you? Very good. So, now after writing date and day on page number 7, we are going to start the Surah Al-Fatiha, which is also called the opening. Let's start it now. First, just listen to me Then after that, you are going to repeat it after me. Fine? Just listen to me first. I'm going to recite it for you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. So this is our surah called Surah Al-Fatiha. So one more time I'm going to recite it for you. Just listen to me carefully. Okay, so you can pronounce it in a well manner. Fine. Again I'm going to start it. Just listen again. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. So this was the surah. Now you are going to just recite it after me. So this is the only Arabic you can see on the screen now. Okay, so we are going to recite it, okay, twice or thrice, so we can learn it properly, and you have to memorize it by your heart. Okay, so you can, whenever you are going to offer the prayer, so you can just recite it in all the rakas of the prayers. Fine. Now just start it. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Just recite after me. Repeat after me. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. So the last word we are going to do the little bit longer. Okay, so now again you are going to recite after me, so you can learn it properly and keep it in the mind that you have to learn it by your heart. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Are you reciting after me? Very good. So let's start it again. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين ولا الضالين. Have you recited after me? I hope you did nicely. Now we are moving towards the next step, and that is the translation of this surah. So we can know that what is the translation of the surah. So you have to learn the translation as well. Okay, you have to memorize it as well so you can know that what is the meaning of this surah. Is that clear? Very good. So first of all, I am going to read it for you, then you will read it. Fine? In the name of Allah, most beneficent, most merciful. Now, this was the translation of Bismillah. Okay, now we are going to start the translation of the surah. What is the name of the surah? Can you tell me? Yes, we are going to learn the translation of Surah Al Fatiha. So, I am going to read the translation of Surah Al Fatiha. Just listen to me carefully. Put your fingers on. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, the most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have bestowed, not of those who earned your anger, nor of those who went astray. So, just keep it in the mind that after reading the translation of this surah, we just came to know that it is a prayer. Okay, it is a dua, or it is a supplication, you can also say. Whenever we are in any danger, or whenever we are going to do the offer the prayer, so we have to recite this supplication. It is the supplication in which we are going to ask Allah's forgiveness, and we are going to ask Allah the Almighty that please show us the right path, the path of those people who were blessed by you, not the path of those people who were just destroyed by you. Okay, so this is the meaning of this translation and this surah. So that's why this is very important surah, and that is why this is the opening of the Holy Quran, the holy book of Allah the Almighty. Fine. Now, one more time, I am going to read it, then you will just read it after me. First, in the name of Allah, most beneficent, most merciful. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, the most merciful, Master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have bestowed, not of those who earned your anger, nor of those who went astray. Fine. So this was the translation. Now just read after me so you can learn it and memorize it. Okay. In the name of Allah, you have to repeat after me. Okay, my dear students. In the name of Allah, most beneficent, most merciful. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Are you repeating after me? Well, let's move on. Master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have bestowed, not of those who earned your anger, nor of those who went astray. Okay, so this was the translation of this surah, Surah Al Fatiha. One more time, just repeat after me so you can pronounce all the words nicely and you can just memorize it. Fine, because when you are coming back to school, definitely I am going to listen the Surah Al Fatiha in Arabic and the translation of this surah in English. Okay, so that's why you have to learn it nicely, and I really hope that you will learn it today. Now, one more time, just repeat after me. In the name of Allah, most beneficent, most merciful. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, the most merciful, master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have bestowed, not of those who earned your anger, nor of those who went astray. Now, I really hope you will learn it today. Okay, so let's one more time. We are going to just recite the supplication, recite the Surah Al Fatiha in Arabic. Okay, so just recite it after me. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Rahman Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal lazina an'amta عليهم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. After this, after reciting this surah, you can also say Ameen. Okay, as we are praying from Allah the Almighty that just show us the right path of those people who earned your blessings, not of those on whom you were angry and who were just forgotten the right path. Okay, so that's why after reciting the surah, it is compulsory that you can say Ameen, because it is a dua, it is a prayer, so that's why we should say Ameen. Fine. Now let's see, it is the translation one more time. We are going to just do the reading of translation. Okay, it is mentioned on your page number 7 of your textbook of Islamiat. So just read it after me. In the name of Allah, most beneficent, most merciful. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, the most merciful, master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have bestowed, not of those who earned your anger, nor of those who went astray. Now, after this translation, something is written on page number 7 on the same page. It is written Quranic information. So let's see that what is this information that we are going to read. First, I will read it for you so you can hear me properly. Okay, that it is Quranic information. Surah Al-Fatiha is the only surah which is recited in every rakat of prayer. No prayer is acceptable if this surah is not recited. Yes, this is the fact, and this is the important information about this surah, that it is very important to learn Surah Al-Fatiha. It is not because it is just a part of Holy Quran. It is so because it is the only surah which is commanded by Allah the Almighty to recite in every rakah of prayer. And if we do not recite it in the rakat of the prayer, so it means that the prayer is not acceptable, because we have not recited this surah Al-Fatiha. Okay, so this is the basic information about this surah. So it means that you have to learn it. Okay, because when you are coming back to school, I am going to just listen it from you, as well as you are going to be able soon to offer prayer. So it means that you have to offer all the prayers, and when you are going to offer the prayers, so in every rakat you have to just recite this surah Al-Fatiha, as it is very important, and no prayer is acceptable if this surah is not recited. So that's why it is very very important to learn this learn this surah and learn the translation of it, so you can just recite it in the prayer. Fine. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and I really hope that you have just learned a lot of things about Surah Al-Fatiha today. And I really hope that you are going to discuss all these main points with your parents and with your siblings as well. Okay? So just take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.